Hi everyone and welcome along to Peter's Reviews. You find me out and about today with something new. Yes, Eskute have been kind enough to send me this new Pulluno Pro to review. A couple of things I'll just say to start with. You may spot I have different brake calipers on the bike here. Now, what I've done, and Eskute were good again, sent me these Zoom semi-hydraulic brakes to test and fit on the bike. So today, we'll have a go with them as well, and I'll give you my opinion on how good these brakes perform on this bike. I'm going to get wrapped up today. Unfortunately, it's very cold today, but I just couldn't resist getting out and letting you see this bike. So let's go for a run. Okay, that's me hopped on the Polluno. So we're just going to go through the power assist settings and the gears. Just take it for a little run to start with and see how it feels. Let's go. Okay, so I'm just on the flat here, just gone through the village here, and I'm in Power Assist 1 to kick off with. What gear I'm in? I'm in 6th gear. Sort of 6 gears, 6th, 7th gear I find very comfortable on this bike, but this bike comes with the larger AS LT 1000 gear set and gear changer, and it's a 9-speed. So you do get a higher range of gears, which a lot of people will like. Some people felt the low end gears on the standard bike weren't quite there. So this might help to satisfy some users that want to go, you know, have a different range of gears. So like I say, just along here. So let's say cut through here and then we'll start going through the power assists. Great bike for manoeuvring in between things. Very steady. So onto some roads and then we'll find some cycle paths as well. So there's a cycle up this road here. Hope you can hear me in the wind. I've moved it up to Power Assist 3. I'm sitting at about 14.5 miles an hour, and you can really feel the assist. I'm just pedaling away, still in gear 6. So next I'm going to move up to gear 7. Oh yeah, you can feel that's a little bit heavy going in the gears on the legs, but you feel the power assist change to adapt to it as well. You do have the larger torque sensor on the Polluno Pro, which, you know, looks at what you're doing and matches that and really, you know, gives you the power where you need it. Just while we're riding along here, I'll come off the road, go to this cycle path here and talk to you about the riding position. Slow down a little bit. It's very comfortable. My arms are fully extended and I'm sat up straight in the seat. It feels a very comfortable ride. Like a lot of you might change the saddle. I didn't mind the saddle too much, but I've got a favourite sort of padded saddle that I always use on these e-bikes, so I always swap it to that, and I'm using that today. So I'm finding the riding position excellent. I tend to always put a right side mirror on the bike as well for vehicles passing. Highly recommend that. You can get cheap ones that go on the end of your handlebar grips. Really easy to fit. I'm on quite a bumpy path here, and I can feel the front forks absorbing some of the dampness through my handlebars, but on the rear I can feel myself bouncing about a little bit because there's no suspension on the rear of these bikes, it's just on the front. But you know, with a good padded saddle, it's no trouble at all. It's still a very, very comfortable ride. So, like I say, I'm in pedal assist 3 at the minute, and it seems very comfortable around 2 or 3. I'll use 4 or 5 in a bit when we get some hills, or you know, we want to add a bit of speed. But at the minute, this pedal assist level seems spot on. And just with a gentle pedal, I seem to get to about 14.5 miles an hour very easily and that seems to sit there really happily without too much effort. Like I say, I'm pedal assist free. And in the last, couple of minutes, 5 minutes been on this, we've done, a couple of miles already. Let's go up this hill. That's a good way to find out if we can use the power assist to our benefit. So it's a gradual climb this. So let's move it up to 4 and then 5. Oh yeah, I felt that. I felt that push in. Now that's different. 3 was good, but 5 is so much better. Right, so I'm going up this very bumpy hill. I'm sitting still at 13.5 miles an hour with the same level of pedal that I was doing, but the bike's doing the rest. So people that say, e-bikes are cheating, that's rubbish. You still have to pedal, you still have to put a bit of resistance in there so that the torque sensor and the motor then activate and, work alongside you. But I would say this is probably doing 50 or 60% of the work, maybe more, because it's not tiring at all going up these hills. So a further little hill here, a little bit more pushing on my legs I'm doing, but still sat there at about 10 miles an hour. Now we're at the top. I think we'll back it down to about 3 power assist now. That's 26 miles an hour with no pedalling. So people do say these bikes are heavy, and they are heavier than a standard, commuting bike or a mountain bike, but they do freewheel very happily, with no restriction from the motor. Remember, this one's the central motor on the pedal crank. The Bafang, the new Bafang motor, and I must say it's doing a cracking job. Okay, so here we are with the forward facing camera now. I think we'll take to the road, get up the power assist and see how well we get down this hill. See what speeds we can get up to. So just freewheeling now. That's 23. 24, but 24, 25, this is miles per hour. We pull on the brakes there because we're catching this car up. Straight down this hill. The bike absolutely lapped that up. What was that, 26, 27 miles an hour there? .24, starting to even out now, so we'll get a bit of pedalling going now. And there we go. That was a beautiful hill to ride down. Fantastic. So here we are down near some trails and a pond and stuff near where I live. So we'll take the bike through this and see how it handles. Remember, this is a Pulluno Pro, it's not the mountain bike version. I think this is going to handle things quite easily. Let's see, let's take a look. In a little bit of time I've been out, it's hard to, I keep saying this, but we've done about 4.5 miles now. And, in areas that you wouldn't normally walk or come yourself, the bikes just take you that little bit further into new areas to have a nice adventure. It's great fun. Wow. Hello folks. What a great day to get some fresh air. Take some of this view in. Okay, let's make a move around the trail. Let's take it back down to about level 3 power assist, and we'll just take it nice and easy through this trail in case there's anyone walking on it as well. So you can see it's dry in places and wet in other places. And remember these Polluno Pros and all the Pullunos have a sort of set of tyres on them. Not the big knobbly ones, but you know, it seems to be cutting through this okay. I've been in worse weather on the standard Polluno, and that absolutely handled everything fine. So you can see I'm just travelling about 10 miles an hour here. And anyone that wants to get out on the trails, you know, near the rivers, ponds, you know, narrow boatways where you've got the pathways alongside, these bikes are going to be excellent for that. I know lots of people within, you know, the YouTube's groups that I'm involved in do lots of videos alongside the river trails, and lots of the owners within the Eskute e-bike owners Facebook page that I helped to administer. Lots of the owners there who have the Pollunos and the Nitinos absolutely love getting out on these trails and just eating up the miles. Fantastic. Oh, let's go through some mud, see how it handles it, see how much mud I go home covered in. Thankfully the Nitino, the Polluno range come with the mud guards. You can actually get mud guards for the Nitinos as well, so it's a great option if that's something you would want to consider. As you can see, I'm getting through these trails, no problem at all. Let's see where we'll go next. I think we'll turn around, we'll go on the main path, and we'll head further afield. And we'll take a closer look at the bike in a little bit more detail. These trails are magnificent. You just go on for miles, twisting their way through the countryside. This is what these bikes are partly made for. Lots of commuters use them every day in the city and towns. And then the weekend comes along, you can jump on it and get out and see a little bit more of the countryside. Okay, so I said we would stop and take a little look at the Polluno in a little bit more detail. So let's have a wander around the Polluno Pro and we'll talk about some of these new features. Let's have a look. Okay, you can see it's a different day and the weather's changed quite a bit. So let's take a good look around the new Eskute Polluno Pro e-bike. Alright, let's start at the heart of the bike with the Bafang M200 mid-drive motor, which is a 250 watt motor. Our battery is a 36 volt 14.5 amp with 522 watts, and that's a Samsung cell battery. Okay, moving up to our Bafang controller and display. You can see it's a very big display, very bright display. Your controllers on the left hand side here. With the first button at the top there, that's your lights button. If you hold that down for 3 seconds, that will illuminate the front light. Next we move down, you can see our miles that we've travelled so far. And then if you look at the bottom line here, this is our power assist level. Using the plus key on the left here, you can see I'm working my way up through the power assist right up to level 5. If you use the minus key, I'm working my way back down the power assist, back down to level 1 there. Next, if we take a look at the top left, this shows us our battery indicator, and along the top here you will see this is your miles per hour, but that can be set to kilometers, that can be changed. Down the bottom here you have an information key. This you can toggle through and it gives you the different various information we need when you're out on a ride out. To turn off the display and turn off the bike, it's again hold down the power button for 3 seconds. Moving along to our gear set here, our gear set's the upgraded 9-speed gear set, giving you a larger range when changing gear. We have the KMC chain on the bike with the metal pedals with the reflectors. Next up is our XTec semi-hydraulic brake pedals that I upgraded onto the bike. So that's the front ones, and you can see I also have them fitted to the rear of the bike. Now you can see the Zoom hydraulic suspension forks and our front mudguard there, and with our very bright front light as well. And the last thing to show you is our battery operated rear light. Okay, we're back, but it's a different day. I ran out of time last time to do my braking test, and I want to show you a little bit more in detail all the different main components on the bike. So we're going to do that today as well. So it's a little bit wetter today. We're at a different car park, so I'm going to set up a braking test here now, and we'll see how quickly we can get this bike to stop with these new semi-hydraulic brakes that were sent to me, the new XTec ones that Eskute are selling at the moment. So these are the semi-hydraulic brakes. Nothing wrong with the brakes that were on this, to be fair, but I've got these because lots of people are interested in them, and I wanted to try them out for you and see how they go. Because the calipers pinch at both sides onto the disc, we should get a stronger, faster braking. So let's give it a go. Okay, here we go. So what we'll do here, we'll try and get it up to about, let's see what we get up to 12 miles an hour and brake now. Okay, let's measure that now. See how we go. So, stop there. We started to brake at this white line here. So we've got a full car parking space width, really, if you want to call it that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps there. So yeah, let's give it one more go, one more time round. 2, 12, 13, and brake. Oh, it felt really strong. So we're about 13 miles an hour then. So let's see. And again, we stopped about the same place. Yeah, if not a little bit quicker actually, by the looks of it. But yeah, we began our stop here, as you can see, right here. Sorry, this one, second time. And we're finished off just there. So yeah, looking good. Okay, so there you have the new Eskute Polluno Pro. What do you think? Do you think it's the right bike for you? I hope the video has been helpful to show you some of the main components on the bike, and also the upgrade I've made with the brakes to the new semi-hydraulic brakes, if that's something that you might be thinking about, and they will fit on the standard bikes as well as the Pro range. Okay, so we're going to make our way back through town now. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Just a quick reminder for everyone, Eskute actually have their Black Friday sale on this month, so it's one of the best times of the year to pick up one of these Eskute bikes. So if you haven't already, please take a look. In the description you'll also find a £50 voucher that will get you £50 off the bike, so it'll be a discount code you can use to reduce the price of the bike of your choice. Now please remember, if you enjoyed the videos today, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all in our next future videos. Thanks now, bye bye now.